Yeah, you're back with the Corner Podcast.
Okay, listen.
Technical
A
difficulties.
blooper. Imagine we've been recording for the past 10 minutes and it's not even been on record.
Oh,
But yeah, back again with the Corner
Tashi
Podcast.
was just telling some stories about his past and that.
I've been a good youth.
Wow.
From the get-go, I've been a good youth, man.
Back again with the Corner. Blood.
You need help,
Throwing
man.
a spanner in the works.
Back again with the Corner Podcast. Myself, Brims.
King Tashi.
And K Dizzle.
Where should we start? Should we get back into it?
Yeah, bro. I started about that lady.
Yeah,
innit?
go on. So basically, explain the story to them.
So basically, in the group chat, we was having an argument, innit? Basically, what happened is that I think this guy was with this woman for like, I don't know, however long, innit?
That video was on Twitter.
3 or 4 years.
Mm.
I think they have a child. The child is about 3, but he always had doubts that it was his kids. I think
It was
so.
his
On the
kid,
woman's birthday, he went and
Yeah.
got a DNA test, and
Mm.
obviously it was proven it wasn't his child, innit? So he gave
Yeah.
it to her as a present, innit? He gave her the DNA
She's
test
all
as a
thinking
present.
my flipping Dubai tickets.
She's
bro.
all demanding Dubai tickets. This baby,
Yeah, nah. So
You know
what?
what I'm saying?
See that situation there? It's kind of mad because she's been with the kid. Like he's been with the kid for like
Nah,
3,
but you
4
see,
years.
it's mad. Yeah,
Where do we, yeah.
I looked in the comments here. I see the women trying to be like, yeah, he
Nah,
handled
we'll
this
get
to
into that.
women.
We'll get onto that. We'll get onto that.
Explain
We'll
the
get
scenario.
onto
So
that,
obviously, in this situation, what do you do? Because he's been with the kid for 3, 4 years, whatever.
Me gone.
No, but wait. But he thinks it's his kid. He's loved the kid since birth. You get me?
Kid got to go with the mum. Cut. It's not my bro. I know it sounds harsh, innit? But look at it like this: the kid, like if the kid stays in his life here, it's always gonna be a constant reminder of what the mum done.
That's
innit?
what I
like
see that way as
like,
well.
no matter however you try to look at it, like alright, cool. The kid's always gonna be a constant reminder of the fuckery that the mum done, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like people that you shouldn't do that to the child. The child is
The
still
child
his. He
shouldn't
looked-
suffer.
But
You suffered already because of the
Bruv.
mum's mistakes,
so
bro.
I should suffer.
Nah, it doesn't make
Do you get what
sense.
I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because if I keep the child around, I'm always gonna look at the child and just think, fuck, that's not even my kid.
But I put a poll up, and the views are a bit different. Like there was a lot of people did say they won't stay with the lady and the kid, but a lot of people actually said they'll look after you as well.
Me, I couldn't do it.
Do
'Cause
you know what it is? It's one of them mad situations. Like that must be mad traumatic, innit? And it's one of them ones you won't actually know until you actually step in it. But for me, what would I do in that situation? So first and foremost, yeah, me and the girl are done. Me and the girl are
that's
done.
fact, that's
Because you know what it is? I was looking at it and I was saying to it before we found out it wasn't on. I was saying that the way the girl was moving about the presents and she was demanding this better that be that, it better be this, it better be that. For me personally, I don't like people that feel entitled to that kind of stuff, innit?
like that,
So for me, that was a bit of a red flag that this girl might have been a bit of a, you know what I mean, throughout the
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but going back to obviously the whole situation, like if I raised a kid for 3 years under the impression that it was mine, so I didn't know it wasn't mine until I actually did the test,
Yeah.
would I still continue to be in the kid's life? I think I would, you know, to an extent, not where I would, in terms of child support and that, it's different because,
That's not my business.
yeah, because you know, is the child support, don't child support go to the woman? And then she distributes
Yeah,
how
I think so. I don't
it's
know.
spent and that.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing there, she will never get anything from me in my life. But I would definitely be there for the kid, innit?
So in what?
what be there? How though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In what way?
How?
Like, I would like to know that the kid is doing well in life because at the end of the day, like, I bathed it, I changed its nappy, do you know what I mean? I made it smile.
yeah.
It kept me up at night for God knows how long. It done all, I had, like, you built this bond for 3 years and you can't just turn off feelings, I feel like, man.
No, but you know what it is? I feel like this guy's known for a while, innit? And he's kind of bottled this all up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like must have had some sort of feeling in him.
You know, like there's certain things like but you just can't prove.
Do you know what?
Do you know?
Yeah.
I feel like he's had his heartbreak in him for a bit, innit?
Yeah.
And he's finding this for, you know, he's probably been getting over it as the whole time. Has been kind of coming to the decision, innit, to come bring it out.
Bro,
To actually go and get a DNA test shows a lot.
like he didn't trust
Like their relationship.
But do you remember
If I had a girl, if I've been with this girl for however long and we have a kid, why on earth would I go and get a DNA test? That would
That's
never
mad
even
though,
cross
man.
my
Yeah, but
mind.
do you remember in the video he was like, I've kind of had like a little hunch that it weren't mine. Like he kind of knew like his girl was a bit booky, I think.
Yeah.
Do you get
See,
what I'm trying
there's
to
probably
say?
a bigger backstory
Yeah,
story.
there's
that we
probably a
don't even know.
backstory. You know what I mean? Because I think even the Times probably didn't make sense to him. Like, he was
Yes,
thinking,
yes.
do you get what I'm trying to say? He's thinking, fam, like,
Okay.
I didn't do that.
Do it, like obviously,
like, yeah.
how long were they together? Do you not know?
3-4 years, isn't it? The
I
kid's
think
like
4 years.
The
old,
kid is
yeah.
like 3-4 years.
No, but how
Okay.
long were they together
Oh,
prior
no,
to
I
that?
don't-
No one
I
knows.
don't even know now.
Okay, yeah, so that does change things because you see a lot of stories of girls trying to trap a guy with a kid. Like, do you know what I mean? They're together,
Yeah.
and then they get
But you
pregnant,
see,
they
with
claim the
me,
kid's
I
theirs.
couldn't look after. Like, I don't know. Like you see the part. Alright, cool. The part where the child got to go in it. Like the child got to go with the mum. Either
You're
way,
ruthless,
like I can't keep it
You're ruthless.
because the kid still needs the mum in it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Who's the dad? That's my question, bro. Who's the real dad?
it's not my responsibility now, bro. That's that
but
nigga's
you know what? It depends on
responsibility,
your
bro.
relationship with the kid, though. That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
Like,
I
if
can
you
have
was
the kid's
if
free.
you
He'll forget, man. You get me? By the time we get to like
yeah,
10, 15,
Nah, think
I'm
about
gonna remember.
No,
me,
but
bro.
think about it, bro. Think about if you were the main one that was changing the kid's nappy.
Alright,
Think about
listen.
you was the main one bonding with the
That's
kid.
why I'll be hurt.
Could you
because
easily just switch off your feelings like that?
I would have to.
No,
I would have to, because if I keep the child in my life, yeah, it's gonna be a constant
Even more
reminder.
pain.
Do you get what I'm saying? The pain, like this is not mine. This is not my seed. Because the reason I did all of that, wake up, change it, do that,
Well, it's mine, innit?
was on the premise that this is my seed. This is my child. You know what I mean? This came out of my balls, bruv. You get what I'm trying to say? But then now I find out it's not mine. It's like, alright, cool. Even if I don't want to, I have to. If that makes sense,
you're talking about a kid, though, bro.
bro. That's fine.
It's a red flag though. Like it's a big red flag. Like have you ever spoke to someone for like a while and I thought, you know, then something might happen or she might have said something or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you're like you're not attracted anymore.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's a bit like that.
Do you know what it is?
It's
As you
like
get
that.
older, you can sense certain, like, without someone saying they're a certain way, you can sense the way they act in certain situations, how they are as actually a person. Do you know what I mean?
Because I feel like it's easier to do the cut off then, because if it's yours and then you break up with the mum, you can't cut off your kid because it's yours. But I think once you
we've
find out it's not yours, I feel like the cut off might not be easy,
But you
but
know,
it's
you have
it's
to,
doable,
innit?
innit?
Yeah.
And you have to do it.
It's really doable, though, bro.
Yeah, because now, because the way I look at it is, innit, like, you're not my child.
Kid.
Like,
No,
the
but-
mu-
yeah,
the
I get-
mum,
no, but listen.
your mum done me dirty, cool. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad
It's
at
not
the
your
kid.
fault.
You know what I
It's
mean?
not
It's
your
not your fault. It's not the kid's fault, but it's like, you have to, like, your mum's got to go and you got to go. You get what I'm trying to
Alright,
say?
but think of it like this, yeah? So you're saying that because we know the kid is not his. 3 years. Do you know how long 3 years is?
It's not that long, bro.
About 3 years is a long time.
36 months. Nah,
3 years is a long time. So think about it, yeah? You nurtured this kid as if it was yours, like with
Yeah.
your whole heart
Yeah.
for 3 whole years.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you find out you don't like that, I don't ever
Yeah.
want to see you again. Is that how you're going to move? I don't ever want to see you again.
I don't know, but I don't. Yeah, like just
This-
for
this
me.
is what I'm
This
saying.
is for me though, because you see
Yeah.
in that time, you're gonna have to be selfish because for your own mental health. Because imagine man's like your mental
yeah.
health.
I
From
get
time you
that,
find
but-
out that's not your kid, and then you find out your girl you've been with for time did that. Yeah, told you, made you believe this kid was yours for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's better we do it now, because imagine if it was 10 years down the
Yeah,
line.
it might be finished.
Do you get what I'm trying to
but
say?
you know, I
Like,
think
my life is done then.
I think age can play a part as well. You know, it
Yeah,
depends what age you're at.
because 3, you know, like the kid, alright, cool, he might remember me for a little bit, but after a while, you know,
No, I mean your personal age. I
This
think-
kid will know who you are at 3, bruv.
what do you remember from 3, bro?
I don't remember anything at 3, but do you know what it is? I've got this is why I feel like this because I've got little nieces and nephews around me, innit?
Yeah.
And like, if someone's turned around to me and said to me, "Oh, they're not your brother or sister's actual kid,"
Yeah.
it would break me,
Yeah.
and that's not even my child. I didn't
Yeah.
nurture him like that. But 2, I would still want to know that at some state, I would still want to know that the kid is doing well in life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's
And
fine.
that's what I'm saying. Like, when I say I'd still be a part of the kid, would I get custody? Depending on the wife, innit? Again, if your wife is like, she's a bit of a whatless woman, innit? I personally think I'd take custody of the kid. It's similar to adopting a child, innit? Really, but it's more of a case of you've nurtured the kid, innit? If that makes sense. But where I would draw the line is when it comes to maintenance and stuff like that. But I would like to see that I'd be in the kid's life. If the kid's 16 and we're walking down the road, I would not walk past it.
Yeah,
Like,
obviously
I
it's
didn't
not.
know it.
It's not.
Do you know
It's
what I'm
never
saying?
gonna be that, because I'm not mad at the kid. Do you get what I'm
no
trying
bad
to
blood
say?
for the
Like, it's
youth,
no
man.
bad blood for the youth. It's the idiot
Yeah,
mum.
but when you're telling
Yeah.
when you're saying like the kid get out, are you gonna? What I'm saying is, are you completely saying you don't want no part of the kid at all?
No, all I'm trying to say is
Don't
no.
leave the
res-
yard. Because
Like
this is the guy's yard, isn't it?
the kid gotta go with the
Yeah,
mum. innit?
yeah, no,
Either
I know,
way.
I
You get what
agree,
I'm trying to say?
with that. I agree with that. But are you
But-
saying that you would never play any part in the kid's life?
It's not my responsibility, bro.
No, but that's not.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because
I'm
now,
asking what you
listen,
would do.
Yeah, alright, cool. That's what I'm telling you, innit? Like, it's not my. I'll feel like from that moment onwards, it's not my responsibility. Obviously, if I see the kid, well, go on. You get
What?
me?
No, I get you're saying it's not your responsibility,
yeah.
but what would you want to do? Would you
What
not
would I
want to
do?
be a
I
part
would
of the
want
kid's life?
I would want the kid to go find its real father and build a relationship with
Trust
that
me,
guy.
yeah, right.
You get what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, no, but what would you do? So you would remove yourself completely from that kid's
I would
life?
have to for my mental health.
Okay, fair enough.
I would
Yeah,
have to.
I hear
But
that.
if I ever see the kid or whatever, yo, well, go on, big man.
Go get a little chocolate or
You know
something.
what I mean?
for the
Yeah,
seat, man, if the
give
shops
him a
are
little pound, but it can't become now, because I saw some comments where it was kind of like an expectation, like, oh, you should still look after the kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, some ladies
Like,
are
are you
crazy,
mad?
bro. I can't lie to you, man. Some,
The
You know, in
expectation
situations
put on
like
a
that,
guy
kids, yeah?
was a bit mad.
Because
like,
even some people are like, oh, he handled that the wrong way. Because it's like there was no right way of him handling that. Because if he reacted angrily, did
I thought he
something,
done it right. I
caught a
thought
domestic,
I think he did.
to
it
me,
the
that was a
right way.
calm.
Yeah.
That was a calm way to apply.
some girls are like, oh,
Embarrassed her.
Yeah.
Do
She
you know
deserves
what?
embarrassing for freezing her. Of course, man.
Yeah, because they were like, oh,
That's the least he could
why
do.
would he embarrass her on
You
the
know,
internet?
I think
Alright,
he
man.
put in the group the other day. He said he handled it well, and I think he did because. You know, and I love the fact that he recorded how he done it as well.
yeah.
Because you know, in this world that we live in right now, people can manipulate things, and
Quickly,
she could then go
real
and
quick.
bang her head off the wall and
And
be
say
like,
that
"Oh
he did this
yeah,
and that, yeah,
he
yeah.
abused me and stuff like
Yeah,
that."
yeah,
But
yeah.
the fact that he did it the way he did it, I respect him a lot, and he did. I personally think he did it the right way.
That's
Fuck the whole, it's her birthday. Why would you do that on
Yeah.
that day? Who gives a fuck, bro? Like
It's women, innit? Always trying to play the victim, innit? Even when they're
Nah,
wrong, they're
no.
still trying to play the victim, bro. Like, nutters,
Not
bro.
all, do
you
you know
getting?
what?
Now, some of you lot are cool, though. Don't get it twisted. It's not all you.
I was gonna say, I
Just a-
thought I was
just-
coming for the whole
Nah,
thing.
no,
where it
just
could
a
be-
few, just a
the
few.
mentions would be hot.
Nah.
Mentions would be hot.
Majority
I do
of
feel
them.
like the ones that were defending the girl see themselves in that girl.
In the girl, innit?
If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Do you
100%.
know what
But
I
those
mean?
girls not defending the girl, and I think they're saying it from a point of view where they understand why the guy would act like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is the logical point of view, if you ask me, because
Yeah.
he's not done nothing wrong. He just told her that.
Bro, you know how I looked at it? I said, in this world, didn't get it twisted. There's certain guys, yeah, like you see, because it's on camera, innit? I feel like he controlled his emotions or whatever. But you know, like a good majority of men would have reacted in a crazy way,
Yeah, facts.
especially in the comfort of your own home. Certain man might even slap the girl. Not saying it's right. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They might have done a madness.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
it's,
trying to say?
it's a mad subject.
It's a mad subject because
stuff worse has happened to girls for less.
do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the point I was trying to make. So it's like for people to now say he handled it the wrong way, because it definitely means like there's no right way of handling it. Then do you get what I'm trying to say?
I think he handled it the right way. I definitely think he did.
feel like he handled
Someone
it,
even
yeah.
said he even give the girl to the end of the month.
yeah.
You know
bro,
Do you get what I'm
what
trying to
you know
say?
me?
You see,
Bro,
with
man,
me,
with
I
the
should have had to
summer
leave.
plays,
My
summer
nigga Ti says expeditiously,
Spontaneously, you got to get out.
expeditiously, bro. Gotta go, bro.
Nah, yeah, that's facts.
You know
man.
what I mean?
I thought he done right with that. Like I said, yeah, personally.
I think he would. I think he's done the right thing.
To be honest, the loser in this whole situation is the baby, innit? That's
That's what. Yeah, that's the hardest part about it.
you
The
know what I mean.
baby's
That's
done nothing.
that's the person who loses out of
Nothing
this,
wrong.
because obviously
And
the
do you know what, as well? Like that kid's gonna grow up here, and let's say in 10 years' time or 20 years' time, the kid does something mad in this world. All of it could have been because of what happened to the kid at
Yeah.
3 years old, which was completely out of its hands. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
hear stories of that all the time, childhood trauma and stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that kid's gonna go through all of that when it wasn't its fault. That's why I said that.
Because imagine now, yeah, all right, cool. They've proven my man's not the father, or whatever. Now they're trying to find the real father, and that guy doesn't want nothing to do with the child. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So imagine now the kid's lost out on two fathers, only because the mother is an idiot.
But that's what I'm saying. Like do you know, as you can leave the family and still live your life,
Yeah.
but would you still check up on the kid, make sure it's doing well, and like it is good?
I don't know,
Do you know,
because
you
it's
have to
gonna be
also-
how. Because
I think also. Oh, go on, no,
because
sorry.
the kid is still young. The only way to do that is through the mother.
Yeah, I'm about to say
You
that.
get what I'm saying?
I'm about to say that.
Yeah,
So-
Listen, say that.
It's gonna be hard because now you still have to stay in contact with this nut, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
get
And
what
she
I'm
might not
saying?
want to stay in contact with you no more. Cause
You know what I mean? Nah, she's got no right to be mad at me, bruv.
No, I hate that, but
Yeah.
brother, late.
Yeah, but you know women,
some
yeah,
women are
yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
saying all of
yeah.
you. I'm
What was
saying-
that thing that Rapman did? Shara's story.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's
happened
kind of
in
like that, innit? Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Like we don't know until you're actually in the story. I know it's only like a fictional movie or whatever, but he actually come back for the kid because of the love he had for the kid. Do you know what I'm saying? Did it turn out that it was his in the end?
So he ended up dead or something, bro. That guy.
I think they both ended up dead, or someone got shot. No, the kid died. Did the kid die?
Oh yeah, my man killed the you, innit?
Yeah, he went to shoot him and he shot the kid, innit,
Yeah,
or
what's
something
his
like
name?
that.
Dino, bro. That's
Dino,
Dino. It's
yeah.
flaming up on Twitter, bro. That's
Yeah.
deep. Imagine he's a character on a movie and they're trying to flame him on the Twitter, bro. That was sad.
But Twitter's Twitter, man. Anyone can get it, bro.
Yeah, nah, that deep. They hit him for a good solid year, bro.
But yeah, like
But like even with that, like you can see, unless you're in that, because look at the bond that he had with the kid. This is what I'm saying,
I
and
hear
like,
what you're
the
saying.
closest thing I have to that is like when I look at my brother and his bond with his kid, and I'm like, rah, like if that happened to him, what would? Because I asked him in it, and he said like he would have took full custody of the kid. Do you know what I mean? Because
but
although
you-
it's biologically
you
not
won't
his,
be able to, because on premise of what, you're not his kid. The mum could be like, that's not his father.
yeah, but that's a whole different story, isn't it? If
Yeah.
the mum isn't able to look after the kid, then you can actually
Yeah.
gain custody of it. But he said he would try and gain custody of the child, and I think that's the kind of route that I think I would take as well.
You see, with me, because I know myself, innit? And I know, like, the kid will just be a constant, like, every time I see the kid, I'm going to see the mother. You get what I'm trying to say? And the fuck you the mother done. Because, bruv, man are not looking at it at how that's going to mess up my man's mental health, innit? From then onwards. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it might not even be a safe thing for him to keep the child in the life. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Of course not.
On the safety, because now his mental health might be all the way off. And every time he sees the child, you know,
Reminders of the lady.
yeah, and he might even be aware of where sometimes it might even end up being an abusive,
Yeah.
like detrimental to the child. You get what I'm trying to say? He might keep the child in his life, but whenever he's with the child, it might be abusive. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because so
Nah, but for a kid though, would you do that to a
Yeah,
kid?
people,
Bro,
people do
bro,
that.
that
Yeah,
happens
yeah,
all the
yeah,
I
time.
think that's
yeah,
the,
yeah, that,
yeah,
yeah.
that happens a lot.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Even at these little care homes and that way. You know, where kids go to like
Do you get what I'm trying
I've
to
seen
say?
some mad videos on thing about
So-
these kids getting beat up by these.
So I don't
care
even know if
homes.
it might even be the right idea. I'm not saying that's what I would do, but I'm trying to say like just for my sanity, bruv. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want the kid around just because I'm gonna be in so much pain. Like, rah, like I thought you was my child this whole time, and you're not mine.
Do you know what? Talking about this as well, I literally just come to my mind. Yeah, you know, on Twitter, like the bashing of men in society of today, bro. It's actually nuts. Like men are trashing all the expectations and all of this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's actually kind of mad when you deep it.
Yeah, we
innit?
catch corn on a
And
regular.
it was showing, like you said, you went on the comments and you're seeing loads of girls defending the girl
Yeah.
and saying that the man should, like, no, he must take custody of the child, innit? First and foremost, the guy don't have to do anything,
Nothing.
especially what you say, someone on
Yeah.
Twitter that's not in this situation, or
Yeah.
never been in this situation. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But, like, every day I log onto Twitter, I'm seeing girls getting onto man this, man do that, man do this, man do that. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's kind of, and do you know what? It's kind of jarring, bro. I can't lie.
It's
It's
can't
kind
win,
of
bro.
because
jarring.
they generalize all of us as one, innit? There's some idiots out here. Don't get twisted. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
idiot men,
facts,
innit?
yeah.
They do some
Yeah.
dumb stuff that kind of lets the whole brand down. Whatever.
What's it? The whole brand.
It's got a brand. The men thing's a brand nowadays, man. But flipping. But it's still not right to generalize as one. Men are trash or men do this or men do. Of course, men do fuckeries. Girls do fuckeries too. You get me? But
This is a skate. One girl I follow on Twitter. I followed her because she can't remember what I followed her, but like she's like a feminist or whatever, yeah.
yeah.
And she's always tweeting about men are trash and not men are trash, but like she's always getting on to men when they do certain
I
situations.
bet she
and,
got a
like,
husband, boy.
and all of that, yeah. But you see, when this come out, I know for a fact she saw it. She did not say a single word
She
on the
knows.
situation. Do you know what I'm saying? And like,
She knows.
another thing I don't get is these girls that are pushing the same narrative. Yeah, what happens like when you have a son? And do you not have like brothers? Do you not have a dad? And are they still trash? And do you still push the same narrative? Do you know what I mean? Like, some girls are persistent.
Because
with
a lot of them say, would you treat your mum like this? Would you treat your sister like this? But what about, would you treat your dad or brother like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Would you say that to your dad and brother? Would you call your dad trash? Your mum trash?
Do you know what I'm
Sorry,
saying?
Sorry, your brother trash.
There was another one as well. Let me try to find a tweet. But basically, the girl was getting on to the boy. She was like, no, she was saying, men need to realize women are the prize. Yeah, if you can't,
what?
Yeah, yeah.
You
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
what?
She was like,
Some of them bring that brother.
she was like, if you can't afford to pay for her nails, her rent, her shopping, giving her allowance, and all of this kind of stuff, yeah, then you do not deserve to be with this pretty woman. And I sat there and I thought to myself about it. Yeah, I just started laughing because I was like, that's just funny, isn't it? But again, when she has a son, if she has a son, let's say, is she gonna say that same thing to her son? And it's not only just that one girl. I see girls push it out there so much nowadays. Yeah,
I
That
can't, yeah.
Man need to have this. They need to have a car.
Yeah,
and
nah.
It's part of like the mental health.
I can't stand these broke girls
Yeah.
that
But you see
feel
with
entitled.
me,
that
yeah.
have all these expectations.
That feel entitled.
see-
to me, they're not.
When they have a kid and a brother, do they say the same to their little brother? Like, you shouldn't be chatting to that girl because you don't
can't buy
have
that.
Can't afford to do that.
I've
Yeah.
seen some stuff like if you can't afford to date, you shouldn't be dating. Like, but no, not so. If you can't afford to, something about money wise, and if you shouldn't be dating or something.
If you can't give her a girl allowance.
And I
or
go,
some
yeah, it's
stupidness
not everything
like
necessarily
that.
about money,
Do you
man.
know
You
what
can
I'm
go do things and enjoy
Bro,
life
you
together.
see-
Do whatever you're doing.
You see what gets to me? The part they're the prize. Where, bruv? How?
saying? Nah, do you know what it is?
They're the table.
With that one there, yeah, about girls being a prize, don't get me wrong, some girls are a blessing, innit? And I'll say a blessing, like, because they'll add value to your life. But
But
to
the
say,
same way. But it's not
I'm
like
adding
they just
value to
added,
that.
but you're
Yeah.
adding value to theirs
yeah,
as
no,
well. So
both
that's
sides,
like,
what I'm saying. But to then say they're a prize, I'm like,
yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know about
Yeah.
all of that.
I mean, like, you're a blessing, don't get me wrong, and like, we're
you
grateful
cool.
for you.
You know what I mean? You're alright.
You're easy, bro.
You're
You're a
alright.
dickhead.
That's Tash sports, by the way.
Cool. You know what I mean? But I don't know about prize.
But it's mad. I see another one as well. A girl was like, she did a TikTok and she was like, don't you realize like a man having money, sorry, is the same as a girl being pretty. And like she was like, yeah, and it was similar like that. And she was talking about like, she only wants to date rich men and all of this and that. So I sat there and thought to myself, so hold on, a man being rich usually comes from years of graft, sacrifice,
Hard work.
hard work and all of that stuff there. that's the equivalent to a woman being born pretty. And I was like, right. And she had a big following as well. So let's say she's got like 10,000 girls following what she says. Like, I'm just like, the narrative that is getting pushed out.
You know what
nowadays,
You know, I hear
man.
that. But when you look at society and the way it's gone, she's not telling lies, innit? Because the pretty girls are getting all the followers on Instagram. And they're making money off Instagram, innit?
Yeah, fact.
These guys could be rich or whatever.
It's
If
the
you're rich-
horny guys. You see, most of the rich guys are the guys that don't get gal anyway. So whenever they get gal, they're willing to do all of these mad things.
Yeah, the dating economy is mash
You
up.
get what
Bro.
I'm trying to say?
I'll be real.
And
right
another thing, you know what's gassing these girls, yeah? City girls is killing my people, fam. You know what I'm trying to say?
I can't lie. I don't pay attention to much that kind of
You know what I'm
stuff.
trying
But
to
the
say?
city
I don't
girls
even
stuff.
know who the city. Like, listen, I've never listened to none of their music, but I know that's their idols, innit?
Jay
That's
Taylor,
where they're
man,
getting
yeah.
all of this. If you didn't spend the
bad B music. That's what I
the
call
bad
it.
B
The bad
music.
B
You get what I'm
music,
trying to
yeah.
say? Now they're thinking.
Some of them are trying to push a positive message.
I thought, yeah, I hear that. It's like,
I think Megan Thee Stallion was trying to push a positive message about. Nah, but you say that. But I actually listened to her interview and she was talking about it's not about like going out.
empowering women, innit?
Just
More
be
empowering
proud to be a woman and that you're successful and that you're working hard, which I rate. But some people take it completely
What,
west.
the city
or
girls
south.
thing.
I don't know what
What
she
was
calls
it?
it. What did she call it?
Who?
What did she call it?
What was it? Megan Thee Stallion was
Fuck
pushing the
knows,
narrative she was pushing last time, innit? Like, every girl was on.
City
can't-
girls.
Was it the city girl
City girls,
lifestyle or whatever? innit?
Is she City Girls?
Something like that.
Oh.
Wait,
But I
then,
watched an
what
interview
is
of
it?
her and
What's it called?
she was trying to push this positive like women empowerment thing and I was like, yeah, I kind of rate that. But some girls take it completely left and they're like, they ain't got money themselves and they're calling other dudes broke. I'm just like,
Fam,
like
Hot
yo,
Girl
that's the
Summer.
funny
It was Hot Girl
Hot,
Summer.
Hot Girl
yeah.
Summer,
That's
that's
the
the
Hot
one.
Hot Girl Summer.
Hot
They
Girl
was loving
Summer.
that one there.
Yeah, so
You
most
see, maybe she was on that, but her peers took it the other way, innit? They were Hot Girl Summer was about finessing.
She tried doing
and,
that
yeah.
to Tory Lanez, boy. He busting shots and that. Huh?
That's not funny. It's
Nah,
not,
do you know what
it's
it
not
is?
funny. Tory Lane's a bad.
Well, look at the situation was there. I had one man.
I refuse to believe it, bruv. That's not what happened, bruv.
There's
I'm
no
not gonna say
way
his name
you
in it.
can't. There's no way
I
you
had one brother
There's no
talking.
way, bruv.
I had one brother talking the other day and talk about it can't be no short man syndrome thing. It must have been like where
I think she rushed it, bruv.
she was
That's
taking
the-
on my man. She was taking on my man, and my man's 5'2", innit? So he's short.
Nah, but
And then
bro,
she would just
but
dashing her about.
But you shoot her, bruv.
brother, what makes you
in
shoot
both
like
feet
that? You have
as
to
well.
think
That's what I'm
about
trying to say. But
So-
that's why I don't believe the story, because I feel like, yeah, you see
Nah,
what
I
that
do believe
story-
that she did because I do
I don't-
believe it did got shot. She did.
Pride.
No, I know she
Pride.
probably got shot, but I'm trying to say that I don't believe.
I want to know why. Though.
I want to know why. That's what I'm trying to say. It
Yeah.
don't make
Pride,
sense.
man. Short man syndrome. He's getting dashed about the place.
Yeah,
Punch-
but
shoot a woman
slapped
in
in
her
the head
foot.
top, brother.
You see that thing that 50 Cent posted?
What did he say?
It was like,
troll of the year,
you know,
bro.
Boys in the Hood, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know the one where Ricky's getting chased, like Ricky, that one there.
He's
And
a
the
joke,
story
man.
lane's like out the window. and
He
it's
apologized,
chest
didn't he? He
and
apologized.
Apologized, didn't he?
I didn't know it was a real
Nah, do you know what it
situation.
is? Because yeah, she's proper like upset about the situation. That's kind of mad as well. That's kind of peak. But
But I don't know, bruv. I don't know for
I heard
some
someone say
reason.
something that's interesting about I've never heard her music like that, but I heard she's like, she's trying to do this gang thing sometimes. Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
I swear.
know. I've never.
I don't know, but then someone's like, oh, if she's all about the gang
I've
thing, then
never
why is she
heard
scared about
Megan Thee
little-
Stallion, but I think she's the best rapper out there.
Why do you say that for?
That's wonder, bro.
the cheeks, bruv. Man said Bayern Munich.
Cuz,
Bayern Munich.
you know what I mean? Best rapper out there. You get me?
But yeah,
But
man,
yeah,
the whole narrative that like that mad.
Like my boy Cat Williams says, maybe the niggas you're dealing with ain't shit.
There you go.
You know what I'm trying to say?
And that's fact.
Like what is it about yo pussy that keep attracting ain't shit niggas? You know what I mean? Ask yourself that question, huh?
Nah, don't get me wrong. There are some trash dudes out there, but I don't think you can paint everybody with the same brush. It's kind of mad.
Definitely not
It
good.
is very mad. And
No.
but the dating economy right now is madness. Let's talk about
It's
it
a tough
earlier.
economy, bro.
Man talking about spending 3K on first dates and that, bro. I was like, yo, what's going on here
It
then?
doesn't even make sense, bro.
It don't make no sense.
I spent £70 the other day. I was hurting.
No, first date.
7-0.
First date?
7-0.
First date, bro.
Did you like her though?
She
Like,
cool.
was
She
it no? Let me ask you a question. Was it money? Was it worth it? Like, was the girl worth it?
Just say yes,
Bruh.
innit? If you want to say yes, bro.
You
You
know,
know,
if she don't watch this, you
toxic
know.
masculinity is a mad
You
thing,
better
you know?
hope she don't watch this, you know.
Nah,
Toxic-
she cool. She cool.
Toxic
she
magnet. Look at this guy. He's smiling and that.
Yo,
Yo, that's
so
all
watch
crazy,
this.
man.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Stop smiling, bro.
Hey, that's
you're
a funny
funny.
guy. Man didn't stop talking about it all the way here. Now he's got it. He wants to crumble.
no, I didn't. I said £70. I was talking
I
about the bees.
told
I was
her.
talking about the bees, bro. £70 hurt. Nah, you know what? Yeah, it's cool, innit?
3K. Would you ever spend 3K on the first date?
Am I idiot, bro? What you want to take?
On
Me?
any date.
What am I eating? What are you eating for 3K,
I'm
bro?
spending 3K any
What are
day.
you eating for 3K, bro?
What knows,
I
bro?
bet you, yeah, most of the times it's probably like spent on alcohol, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like,
more
it's
time is-
wines
more
that are
time
more
is that. What
that
time is that?
expensive, bro.
Alcohol can rack up. You
get
can
what I'm
rack
trying
up
to
a
say?
high bill with alcohol.
It's more
can't it?
likely alcohol because there's no food that you can get that's gonna cost 3K. What are you eating for 3K?
No, I said caviar quite expensive. Things like that are expensive, bro.
But even caviar,
Steak.
bro,
Where you
how
go-
much is
where
You
it?
get like a
steak.
certain
What,
things.
3K?
you
Alright,
spend on
cool.
bread. No, not one thing, but obviously you get a few things.
On average, that means it's 1.5 each.
Nah,
How much
there's-
is a steak, man?
Now, do you know there's a restaurant where you can get your meat dipped in rose gold?
Yeah.
For what?
That's not
Does
even
it-
bad
does
as
it-
well.
does it-
I don't know how much it
I
costs.
know,
I've
but I'm
never
just
been.
saying, what does the meat taste any different?
Nah, but it's just gold.
It's just
innit?
gold.
It's gold meat, innit? You get me?
Nah, but
Serious.
it's definitely alcohol, isn't it? Man,
Yeah, it
went-
has to
man
be
went
the
to
alcohol,
town and the cocktails, boy. Went
Nah,
to
but
town
even
and-
when you look at like them other expensive places like what Hakkasan and whatever, look at the bill, look at the alcohol. Go to the alcohol section and look at the price of the alcohol. What are you thinking, fam?
bottle of
Nah, yeah, expensive still.
Fair
I don't drink
enough.
any, so that's
I
I'm
can't
glad.
lie.
innit?
I don't know about.
I had
food.
mocktail though at Novikov, £10, bro, for a non-alcoholic drink, bro. They
£10.
was like apple juice, pineapple juice together, and a bit of
for
water.
a free punch.
Bro, fruit punch, £10.
Nah, they
It was
mock
nice though, I can't lie. The
But you see
presentation was
this
good. The strawberry tastes nice too inside there.
Nah, but the 3K thing, I see the girl like, if you can't do that, then I'm thinking, oh,
That's what she said.
That's mad.
Nah, what did she say?
But that's what I don't get. Like, why?
That's
Why is
mad.
it? Do you know what? I've got a question for you, though. Yeah.
What?
Do you feel like society's harder for men or women? Like, no, when I say society, like, who's got more pressure on them?
Men.
Yeah, but I said the same thing in it. But then someone brought the argument to me, like saying, women got to have kids. Women got certain things. For example,
It's like got
no,
to, but-
sorry.
yeah.
Women got to have like do certain things by certain ages. They got like an age restriction on them, innit?
What? From who?
I've actually never sat down. and
Society,
thought about it, I can't
society
lie.
wise.
Nah, it's just women got a clock in it. We ain't got that clock. We can shoot
That's
at
what I'm
50,
saying.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. So, for example, what pressures?
shoot
What
at
pressures?
first class.
What pressures in life do we have? Would you say?
You gotta provide
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
day.
being a provider.
You gotta be the provider. That's enough pressure. So when I say provide, I mean you gotta pay the bills, food, clothes. Everybody's relying on you.
But you don't think we're in different times now where that's not the situation?
Yeah, it is. But still, if you look at it on average, it's men are still more of the providers.
So do you know what kind of pressures do you think females have? Like, not females, women. Sorry, I don't want to say females. In it, might get chased down.
Yeah, they
Pressure
don't
to
like- they
look
don't like being
nice.
called females.
no, I
man.
don't think they do.
I feel like pressure to look nice.
Pretty women.
You know what I mean? Not even.
So okay, yeah, this is the thing argument I had with my girl. In it.
Yeah.
I basically tried to say that there are different pressures. Like there's social pressures
yeah,
and there's like real life pressures.
real life pressure.
I'm not saying that that's not real life pressure. I'm not trying to downgrade that, but I feel like there's actually real like the things we can fuck up on are gonna fuck up everyone's life, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Like if a woman fucks up and not looking pretty, like, you can still
ma-
go on
ma-
with
ma-
life,
we can
innit?
still-
You know what I mean?
I could be wrong in it, but it's just from my point of view. Like, I want to know from a woman's point of view or something. Or
But I'm trying to think as men, like what pressures do we have in it? Like I'm trying to think like
I think the main pressure is just
providing.
the money side
Yeah.
of things.
And that's what I feel
Financial
like-
pressure. That's it, really. Well, yeah, that is it, really.
because I saw someone saying like as a man, if you can't provide, you're not really looked at as a man. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
And that's facts, bro. That's facts in
Do
life.
you reckon?
I think so.
I don't know in it, like
I think so.
because I even see another thing. I think it was another podcast.
Let's say, yeah, go on, Karen.
They were
Sorry.
talking about how you shouldn't date if you're broke. Or
That's what I was
if
trying to
you
talk
ain't
about
got no
earlier.
money. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking
I personally wouldn't date if I was broke, though.
I
I'll be
wouldn't.
real.
It doesn't make sense in it. But
Yeah.
I feel like if there's love there,
You
get what
work
I'm
it
trying
out.
to say?
innit?
You work it
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
you're
you
right,
work
you're
it
right.
out.
You're right.
Like if there's genuine love there, and you know what I mean.
But I think like when they say date, I think they mean like actually go and initiate in the press, innit? You know what I mean? 5 man forward, press in the back line. Like going actually and moving. Like you shouldn't be moving to girls if you're broke. I think that's what they meant.
No, but you see,
If there's someone you knew for a long time,
yeah.
but you ain't got money at the time,
So
then
what are they trying to say? If you ain't got money, you can't bust a nut.
no, they're talking. We're not talking about busting up. We're talking about.
Oh, actual
Bro,
relationship.
we're talking about people with intentions.
But you know
innit?
what-
We're not talking about the men are trash society.
Oh,
we're
okay,
talking
we're not talking about
about
them man.
Yeah, we're talking
Ah,
about man. that
But
got
what if you miss
intentions.
opportunity because you're not
You're broke because you want to wait till you're rich.
And then by the time next
by
man's there,
you
swooped
get
in.
peas. You know, there's ooters out there, like real shooters.
Yeah, them
out
all
there,
shoot
you know what I mean?
and win and shoot. And
Do you know what though?
target.
If the girl's for you though, you're being real, man. You're like, yo, like
That's what
you're
I'm trying to
chatting
say.
to her on a level, whatever. But you're like, listen, like
It
right
depends how
now
you
I'm
go
trying to
in.
work on X, Y, and Z. Like I ain't got the money right now to like nourish you or take like to do nice things. Do you know what I mean? If she's the right girl and you're the right guy for her, she'll wait, bro.
She'll wait.
Trust me. When it's the right girl, money is not,
It's not
the,
the-
be all and end all. Do you know what
I
I'm
swear
saying?
to you.
Like do you know what I'm talking about? That same guy, 3K on the first date. If a girl was really feeling you, you can take a girl to I don't know Nando's on a first date. As long as you vibe, she's gonna like.
She's
you.
gonna like it, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to say. Because, bro, wait, I lost my point now. Fucking
I was
hell.
gonna say.
He said something, and I was gonna say. No, I was gonna say like, it depends how you go into it from the get go.
Yeah.
So if you go into it and you're this guy trying to show off like you got peas or whatever,
Gotta be real, innit?
you get what I'm trying to say, and then you ain't got peas like that, and then she finds out, and then it's a bit mad.
That's weird,
Then
innit?
that's mad, innit? But if you go in there truthful and say, listen, like I ain't got it like that, you know what I mean? Right now I'm trying to work on myself, blah blah blah. But obviously I feel like.
But
we've
then
got something going
that's
on
why
here.
man feel. That's why certain man feel like pressured though, innit?
Yeah.
Because we're living in a time now where girls like
You're
put
pressured
out
to
on
have money,
social
bro.
media. If you ain't got money, then you shouldn't be like dating. If you're a guy that ain't got money and you see that and you're like, okay, but I like this girl, but she's
But
like
you know what I
retweeting
hate
this
about
kind
that?
of stuff. I'm like, yo, can I really like? Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the broke girls pushing that narrative. It's the ones
what
that
I
are
said
broke
to-
themselves.
That's what I sent you earlier, bro.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's the ones that
When
are
that
broke
girl's
themselves.
really got money, she'll splash on you, bro.
100%.
Trust me. Facts.
100%.
Facts.
That's what I'm trying to say. The only thing I don't like is this expectation. You see, if a man splashes on a girl and that's what he wants to do, hey, do your thing, you simp. You know what I'm trying to
That's
say?
a simp,
Man,
bro.
simp,
Joker.
man.
But
You know,
If-
you don't like spending money on the
No,
girl. You
no,
spent
no,
£70 on the girl the other day. You know about
hey, brother,
First date as well. What you talking about, bro?
first date. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
And
This guy's a stunner.
You're a simp
bro.
too, bro.
He's a
What you talking
stunner.
about?
You're a stunner.
I'm talking about a certain part. What's that, bro? You get me?
Oh, is it?
It's a little,
Mad
that's a little
thing,
full
come on.
tank.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
last
yeah,
lie.
full
Come on.
tank,
yeah.
All
But
right.
what I'm saying is like, you know, like if that's what I want to do, that's calm in it. But you see, when it becomes an expectation, like you have to. There's certain girls that actually believe men have to do certain
Yeah,
things.
that's
you know?
kind of mad. Did you go just quickly on the date? Yeah, did you go to? Was it a nice restaurant?
Bro, it was a last minute thing. It was calm. It was calm.
No,
calm,
what I'm
calm.
saying is like
Oh,
some
nah.
girls have the expectation that on a first date they gotta go to like a big proper.
Nah, it
restaurant.
wasn't nothing like that. Nah, it
Nothing?
wasn't no
Okay,
expectation. Nah, nah, nah.
So weren't one of the bucket list restaurants.
Nah,
Nah.
nah, nah. She was
Okay.
cool. She was
Where? Midlands.
Yeah, it was cool.
Carry on.
Yeah, it was cool still. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice little restaurant and that. You know, it's having it.
I hear that.
It was calm.
What
yeah.
type of food was that then?
Bro, it was meant to be like an all-you-can-eat thing, but obviously because of the
All you can eat for £70.
it was the Rona, bro. So like all they kept doing is bringing different kinds of meat to you, and then you,
Oh, so it's not an all you can eat thing no more.
yeah, it was. Nah, it's all you can eat, but they bring you. You know, you didn't get to pick. You didn't
So
get
wait,
to
that
look around.
how did it get? All you can eat ain't usually £35 a head.
Bro, I don't know.
He's,
That's what I'm trying to
he's
say.
getting,
Drinks,
the
you
drink,
get
he's getting the drinks in, yeah.
I got a Fanta, bruv.
Yeah.
What am I talking
What
about?
she get?
She got a Fanta too. You know, she got cranberry juice, bruv.
That's calm. You paid the whole thing. I hear that, but what's wrong, brother? You like there's something wrong with that.
Nah,
There's
there's
nothing wrong with liking a girl, you know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what it is? You have an issue with toxic masculinity, bruv.
That's
You
you
know,
don't
guys,
like
I'm
feeling-
toxic.
You don't like
100%.
feeling vulnerable.
100%.
You don't like
You're,
feeling vulnerable.
you're the future thing, innit? You're the future guy, bruv. That's your guy. Your role model.
Yeah, that's my.
I don't know why, but really, you're soft, man. It's
Nah,
calm.
not even, man.
You're soft.
I'm a good dude.
You see them guys that put on the front.
but
They're usually the
he's one of
softest,
the
you
things,
know.
the softest brothers.
They're
Trust me,
usually the
bro.
softest, you know.
Well, I'll be in front of the taxi, like, be chatting to someone on the phone, like, yo, what's good? Like, yo, what's good? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
calm.
man, yeah, usually the
I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna shout you later. One more guy.
I've heard this guy talking to his girl. He talks to his girl normally as well. Man, be acting like he be like, hey, "You're right, babe."
Nah, but yeah, no, but normally, not like I'm a road man or something. It's normally, innit?
No, I don't know, bro.
Brother, it's a normal thing, man. You get me?
Hey, fam. Actually, I got a question in it.
Go on.
Like, how do you man view marriage in this day and age?
That's an interesting question, you know.
I think it's more of a contract.
You know, if you asked me 2 years ago, my answer would have been completely different to what it is now.
In what sense?
So what?
So
in what sense?
before, yeah, I used to think marriage is just, do you know, what I mean? It's just like it's the end thing you do, innit? As in, like, live your life, you've got kids, you just get married, innit? Just to make it official, have the nice day, just carry on my life as normal.
Yeah.
That was my opinion back then, but someone actually changed my opinion. Well, not changed my opinion, like opened up my views to it quite recently about like marriage and stuff like that. Basically, she was like to me, "Oh, would you ever get like married young?" And I was like, "It's never really crossed my mind, didn't it?" And then she started talking to me, like, obviously this is from a religious standpoint as well, innit? Like about me getting married young, and then we was talking about like how being married, you like build this like unity together, innit?
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know what? And when I started reading into a lot of this kind of stuff, and I was like, do you know what? A lot of the stuff that's talking about like suits me as a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that. I don't want to be that kind of guy that's old and he's still out going town and that. Do you know what I mean, bro? I'm a one club man. I'm a Steven Gerrard. Do you know what I mean? I want to stay at the club for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was like, would you ever get married young? And then I looked into it, and it was like, I read in something. It was like the power of being content. Have you ever heard of Devon Franklin?
No.
You know,
I think that's Megan Good.
Megan Good, yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, so Megan Good's
secured
husband, didn't it? Yeah, he done well there. That's probably why he's pushing this
You
thing,
know what I
because
mean?
he secured that.
He knows he's calm.
He
innit?
weren't messing
ain't got-
about.
He ain't got
But
to go nowhere. No.
Oh, he's not famous like that then. He's
Huh?
like a
He is.
I don't know what he
He's
does.
just like he's a big religious figure, innit? In like
Oh,
the
okay.
Christian,
Oh,
like
okay,
whatever you want
okay.
to call it, society.
Okay,
innit?
okay.
But he was talking about life before
married.
being married and life after being married, and
Yeah.
he said, before being married, you have these pressures of like, okay, I need to look like this, I need to be doing that, I need to be I need to be doing well, I need to be, do you know what I mean? I need to be doing all this kind of stuff. I need to be successful. But then like a lot of the times in life, yeah, when you deep it and you cut out all the middle stuff in it, yeah, we do a lot of the stuff we do for our family and our wife or girlfriend or whatever, innit?
Yeah.
In terms of like to have that secure family household, innit?
Yeah.
He said after he got married, yeah, he felt like it was the biggest weight that got lifted off his shoulder because he was then able to move freely and do the kind of stuff he wants to do in terms of career choices, because he knows he's got his wife for life to always back him up in these kind of things. Whereas someone that's not married is like, okay, let's say he wants to make a big business decision. If it don't pop off and he goes broke, the girl might leave him. Do you know what I mean? And he was talking about these kind of stuff there, and it was quite interesting. And when I looked into it, I was like, I'm not gonna rush into it, but if I did find the right girl, I could see myself getting married young, I think.
I don't see why not, actually, because my boy was telling me this recently as well. Actually, he said that he met like he knew a lady, knew a girl, whatever, for a while, but it was just cool in it. They were dating, but like not religiously, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she kind of said to him one day like, if you're not trying to get married to me, then there's no point in it. You're wasting my time, just like that, innit?
Sure.
And he was like, I'm not ready yet, but let's see.
Yeah.
Obviously, a couple of years went past. He'd done his thing. I think he said he travelled for a bit, whatever. Then he came back now, innit? But then he came back on a vibe where he was actually seeing what's good, like, let me go try again kind of thing. And then he went to chat to the girl and he was like, oh yeah, cool, I want to get married. And then obviously, not straight away though, he still wanted like he said, when I'm ready, but I want to get married to you. And she goes, oh well, come back when you're ready then, innit? Yeah. Like, literally. Right. But so religiously then, she's now gone religious and that, so she's ready now, whatever. And then so, I think time goes past and all in his head he's thinking, I'm not ready yet. Then eventually, I think she spoke to him and goes, you're never gonna be ready. You just have to go do it, innit? And it's what happens. Like, we live together. Like we're not ready. We're not ready together, innit? If that makes sense. Like we'll build on whatever we got together, innit? And eventually they just got married, innit? Which is good. Now they're living their life together.
I feel like, go on.
I can't lie to you, man.
And he said,
my views on marriage, you know what I mean, they change, innit? Because I feel like I look at marriage as it's an expense, bruv. Yeah, you know, first it start. Like, look at it.
Zim, brother, man.
Alright, listen.
That's a Zim where you man care about money, bro.
Start from the get go.
Yeah,
money's more important than peace of mind and family.
I hear that. I'm zimming it.
What you're saying?
I'm zimming it. I gotta pay your parents off first before
you gotta do in your thing.
Is that what you gotta do in your culture?
Bro.
Like how? Like what though? Dowry or something?
Yeah, bruv. You gotta pay that. So most Zims, but Zims are bare inflating the price on that, bruv. Moving that fucking doorman, bruv.
So wait there. You have to pay
the parents, innit, for the child, basically for the girl. You have to pay the dowry, so it depends how much they want.
So like the release clause for your.
Fam, we don't even come with. There's no release clause, fam. It's like
that brings us to another thing.
It's like this shoe, bro.
But wait, is that only if you marry within a Zim relationship?
Yeah. Yeah, if you marry a Zim girl,
so okay.
Then you gotta start with the family.
And
so
let's say like one more thing, could you? Is it religiously in Zim or?
Yeah, religious.
What's the main religion?
Christianity.
And that's what they push over there?
Yeah.
That's mad.
So, like, obviously, you got to start off with the family, you pay the dowry. Certain man be demand. I know one brother last year.
Give me a figure. Go on.
10K.
Nah, incorrect. Not happening.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You see certain girls, if they've graduated.
Oh, they're more value. That's nuts.
It's more value.
Man's actually moving like the transfer market. That's mad. One day we got a golden boot, bro. What? The price goes up by 10 mil.
I heard, man, 20K. I said if that's ever gonna be me, I'm not paying nothing more than 3.5K in it.
So what? What's the equivalent to that? You're looking for a fucking League 2 player, isn't it?
Wait. But wait.
That's killed me, bro. That's a mad thing.
Bro, let me ask you a thing. Did you still get rings on that?
Huh?
Do you still have to get a ring on that?
Bro, that's before the wedding. You're not listening, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It isn't before you get engaged to her.
Fam, listen.
Nah, that's a mad
thing. You pay
that,
yeah? Now you're married in African culture now, yeah?
Now that's it. Okay, cool.
Now if you want to get, if she wants a wedding, you gotta buy the engagement ring, yeah? After the engagement ring, the wedding ring,
yeah,
pay for the wedding as well.
After that, the suffering. No, I'm joking, carry on.
You're right.
Suffering,
and then, now you have to become the man. So I feel like before the wedding, like, you probably lost about a good 20, 30K.
So after that, you still looking to marry a Zim girl?
Nah.
Okay. Can you finance that? Can you finance that?
Nah, bro. You don't even come with a receipt, fam.
No Pepe deal.
You never come with a receipt.
Whatever it's
pissing you off, you can return it. Nah, bro.
What's it like in Gambia? It's just straight, none of that madness,
the
innit?
thing's cheap in Gambia, bro. I think it's just like, but it might be an animal. I'm not really sure, innit? I could be wrong, innit?
Yeah.
But it's bare cheap, innit? Like,
but it depends as well. Let's say if you get the girl pregnant before you're married, you have to pay something called damage. That's extra money added on top.
I think my sister got married for like about £100 from Gambia when you were on it.
So down.
Then it came here done a small thing as
bill.
well. like a bill act.
Oh, whoever married your sister, yeah, he's living, bro. You know, he got a nice deal, bro.
Trust me.
There ain't no such thing like that in Zim, bro. Anything under.
That's a madness, fam.
Nah, Zim's crazy. That's nuts. But I've heard that before, though.
One of my guys was chatting to one thing, and she was saying like, cause she's all this and that. Like she was saying, Donnie has to match our house mortgage to marry us, so like something like 20K. Like she was saying this.
And they use that for the house mortgage.
No, it's just that's what you got paid to the dad, isn't it?
But surely he's gonna use that towards the house mortgage. That's probably why I'm saying it.
It's more. Like,
He's not go bookies, bro. That's what he's doing, bro.
what do you think Zim dads are doing, bro? They're going to the bar, fam. They're spending that,
I'm
bro.
going to the club,
You
bro.
get me?
So is that why you have bare youths? Because all you used to get married, they pay bread.
Bro, I think if you got a girl, it's a good investment.
It's a
Still.
great. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I never knew it was like that, bro. That's mad.
But it's mad. Certain fam, when this Donny last year told me I had to pay.
So,
10,
like, even though you live in the UK now, you still have to go through
some
that.
still follow it.
No, but
Obviously,
would you?
I've said from the get go I would never do that.
I heard that.
Like, it's not for me, and I'm not trying to pay.
And I'm putting value
I'm
on
assuming
that.
But if let's say if I end up with a Zim girl, like I said, the maximum I'm willing to pay is 3.5K. If they're not taking it, alright, cool.
But my thing is,
We'll back out the deal in it. You know what I mean? Like, cause fam, like people are like,
He's
you're
pulling
paying.
out.
You know what I mean?
Deal.
I'm pulling out, fam. You know what I mean?
my-
Non-negotiable as well, but 3.5K non-negotiable. You get me?
that's fair.
But some people
you're-
still in Zim. Some people still have to give up like cows and all of that.
I
Obviously,
think
here
so,
you can't. Here you can't do that. There's no. Where you gonna get a cow and nothing to
Bro,
give?
the farm, bro. There's bare farms in UK, bro.
Well, you
Yeah,
just buy a
real
whole. When you ever had someone buying a whole cow, man? Here, man.
I wonder how
Yeah,
much
yeah.
that would be, bro, to buy a cow. Let me have a
You know
Google.
what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy though, man. I
Like,
didn't
to
know
me,
like that.
that's
But
what I
but it's
feel like.
culture though, man. I can't say it's crazy because that's everyone's culture is different, isn't it?
Nah, but that's
To
what I'm
me,
saying. For me,
it's
it
mad,
seems
innit?
too expensive.
Yeah.
I was even listening to the 50 Cent book, and he was saying like, you see, most of the billionaire friends that he's got, where they've lost out the most amount of money on is marriage.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
America's different though, isn't it?
Nah, it's even here, bruv.
Because
It's still the same
Nah,
here,
but
bro.
like, I think that kind of thing happens more in America. Like,
Bro.
girls get married to a guy to suck him for his money, then later.
Oh no,
it's
but
not even
no,
nothing to
they
do
might-
with
they
the
might be
money.
trying to
It
exploit
might,
them for the money.
it actually might be in a relationship.
Like
Then,
a serious, yeah.
then
Like
you
Dr.
break
Dre,
up,
he was
then-
smart. That guy's
Then you
smart.
break up, then whatever
What,
happens
like in a
life-
normal relationship, then you break
No,
up?
no,
No,
married,
in a
married.
marriage.
Oh, married.
Dr.
yeah.
Dre's smart though. I can't lie. He put his thing correctly.
Yeah, because even like look at even my dad's against marriage, innit?
Yeah, is he?
My old man ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Yeah, man,
I feel like if I
yeah.
get married, they'd be very disappointed in me still.
Fair down.
Yeah, he might disown me from he's against marriage. Fam.
Yeah.
My dad is like, yes, this, but he was saying like Roman Abramovich. I think he lost like what 4 billion.
Look at Jeff Bezos.
Swear down.
Was it Jeff
Yeah, I was
Bezos?
gonna
Was
say.
him?
Yeah, that's like that. He made that back next day.
He made it
bro.
back. He's gonna be a first trillionaire soon as well.
Who?
Jeff
Jeff
Bezos.
But still, bro, that's a lot of money.
But
bro.
listen,
you look at
when you got
all-
all that money, why do you care? Innit?
All I'm trying to say, if you look at all the athletes that have gone broke,
Yeah.
all of them, look at it. Where they've lost the most amount of money is marriage.
Tiger Woods.
Abue, look at Abue. You man's Arsenal, Donny.
I didn't even know
Man's
that.
out there crying
Yeah,
on newspaper.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
sucked
yeah.
him, man?
I swear.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods lost the man, but he's not broke. Look at Evander
know.
Holyfield. Got married like 4 times. Like, he's an idiot. He should have learned the first time. After the first 2, he should have quit.
But you know what my thing is though?
You get what I'm trying to say?
I know it sounds crazy, but the prenup thing, man, surely like.
But certain man think this is love, innit? You get in
I
it
hear you,
thinking
innit?
this
I hear
is
you. I hear you. I
genuine
hear you.
love.
I hear you.
Then it's something else. Then before
What's the? I want to know. Let me Google the divorce rates. I want to know the
you
divorce
get,
rates.
the divorces are too high, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? This economy, I feel like we should just live together, and then if we know what it is, it's common. We don't have to do all that. It's too expensive.
You know, for me, I think marriage is more of a contractual agreement.
more of a
nowadays,
contractual
innit? To me, it's like
agreement,
more literally like
Because why do we have
It's
to
for-
go
it's
to
for
the
like-
registry to now?
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know
I
what to do
think it's
all
for
this?
legal
Why can't-
matters.
Yeah.
I think it's for legal matters nowadays, isn't it? If you're married, it just looks good on paper, innit?
Yeah.
It's good for paperwork stuff. Like apart from that,
Because
like,
you see in Zim culture, innit? Like
Yeah.
you can do the dowry thing, and then in Zim culture you're married.
yeah, that's
But
it.
obviously here, that don't
You're
class as
But
marriage.
You're still
bro.
married. You know you're still married.
Yeah.
But
As
obviously
long as
that-
we know.
the only
you
thing
know,
is the registry. That's it.
The
That's the only thing that's
registry
marriage.
thing,
That's
innit?
what marriage is. What's the divorce rate?
42% of marriages
UK,
end in
like-
divorce.
In UK.
Yeah, recorded last year.
Do you get what I'm trying
That's
to
a
say?
high percentage.
But bro, if you look at it, like I was saying, most of the if you look at athletes and people like that,
Yeah.
most of them that have gone broke. Mike Tyson, most of his money went to.
Wasn't divorce? I thought Dom King did. I
Nah,
thought
Dom King
did that.
sucked him.
Yeah,
but
I heard he sucked that.
He lost
stuff.
money in divorce as well.
Oh, sir.
Evander Holyfield lost money in divorce.
Yeah.
But the most. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah, I'm trying to. And then, but if you look at the smart ones, like my boy Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah.
he ain't getting married for nothing, bro.
I do that, bro.
The others, Dan Bilzerian said the same thing.
Yeah,
but
like-
that's the thing. If you get to that stage in life and you haven't actually found the one,
Yeah.
and you got that amount of money,
Yeah.
you then gonna run the risk of getting married,
Because
knowing
even if you
what,
get
knowing what's
married with a
going on in the world.
prenup, there's still some stuff you have to give away.
But
You
if
see
it's
with
a-
prenup,
No, the prenup
you
is
see,
your,
you
that's
see
your
with-
agreement.
No, but you see with a prenup, don't forget she has to agree to it.
Yeah, but bro, you have to
If you
understand.
don't agree to it, you ain't getting married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Imagine, I saw one podcast. I don't know if you don't watch it. It's called All the Smoke. It's got like these two basketball players.
Nah.
So basically, this Don was about to get married to this girl, innit?
Mm.
So obviously, that there was a prenup drawn up.
Yeah.
Like, he said got to a month before the wedding. He's like, yo, like obviously with the prenup, they agreed on whatever they were gonna put in it. She was in agreement with whatever they put in it.
Yeah.
It got to a month before the wedding. Obviously, he's done it. He's calling her like, yo, you signed the prenup. She's like, no, I'm gonna do it. He's thinking, you don't think it's his wife, innit? He wants to get like, it's his, whatever his fiance. He's thinking she's not gonna try to do nothing, innit? Like, he's thinking gets to like 2 weeks before the wedding. Yo, you signed the prenup. She still ain't signed it. He's thinking, but what's she playing at, bro? The wedding's close. Yeah. He's thinking, she's giving him arms. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to sort out the wedding. He's thinking, alright, cool. Let me give her time, innit? She's sorting out the wedding. Maybe she's stressed about the wedding or whatever. She's gonna sign it. Man said the week before the wedding, yo, you signed the prenup. She's like, nah, man. Thinking, what's she playing at, bro? Like, he says shit started unfolding. Like, he wanted to get married by the priest he grew up with. She went and got some next Donny from New York who she don't even know just because he's famous. You know what I mean? Like, one of her friends thing. He's thinking, bruv, obviously I've grown up in this church or whatever. This is the guy that I know is better. But obviously he's saying, you know what? Yeah, the wedding's for the females.
You do your thing.
Do your thing, innit?
Yeah.
And then he's saying, like, obviously there's a woman that he grew up with. He gets to the day of the wedding, bruv. She still ain't signed the thing.
So
he goes, there's a nanny. He said, like, he's in the change room for the wedding. Obviously he's asked to sign the prenup. I said, fuck it. Apparently everyone's already there at the wedding, fam.
He cut
on the day of the wedding.
And I hear that as well.
Like, apparently, like, he cancelled the wedding. Like, she wouldn't sign the prenup. Obviously she started crying. He went and chatted to her.
That's what.
And then she was like, oh, I'll sign it. But apparently if she signed it, it would have been under duress. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Oh, so it's not allowed. So they only count.
No, like, it wouldn't count.
Like pressure kind of
thing. They'll
thing.
say like she was pressured to sign it, blah, 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 because she wanted to, yeah. So like, you end up, like.
I do feel like, though, like comparing our marriage situation to them kind of basketballers, it's a bit.
Nah, it is still.
When you
can still come with something. Let's say you're an intelligent guy. Let's say you're making decent money. You buy your own yard or whatever. You get married. You get married. What if you get married to this girl? You didn't sign no prenup or nothing, and you get divorced. She's gonna have. She has to have half or whatever you got.
Do you know how I feel like it should work? It should work like, whatever you get together, like once you're married, then you can half everything from there. Innit?
Yeah.
But anything beforehand, you both keep it. That's the way I see it.
That's how I see it as
well. Yeah. But anything afterward, that's cool. You work that together.
I can understand that. But if you can't just have half of what I have because you got married to me.
Yeah.
And whatever that. But that's why I feel like marriage is just too expensive now.
Like I said, Dr. Dre, do you not hear about his situation recently?
I swear at first they were saying like he didn't have a prenup.
But he didn't have a prenup, but she didn't sign the prenup. She didn't read the prenup properly or something. So she expected to get half his money, and she got nothing, bro. Deep, man. But that's how it should be. Like,
but don't you think having a kid's a bigger commitment than getting married?
It is.
Definitely.
So why are people? But then, like, you wouldn't question having a kid, but you'd question getting married.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But having a kid is a bigger commitment. Then you're actually bringing life into this world. Getting married is, like you said, there's a contract to agreement.
But I feel like having a kid is like, it's like you're carrying your legacy on, innit?
Yeah.
With marriage, I think it's just like,
just
there, innit?
It's just there, like
I think
we can be together, not be married, and still move like we're married. You get what I'm trying to say?
But as a kid, you want a kid anyway. I think. I think more people want a kid than get married. I think there'll be more people that want kids than to get married, innit?
Yeah.
Even
Like
though the
responsibility is bigger.
Most girls get married, like, because if you look at it, do you really care about marriage? Like, not marriage, but like the wedding and shit. Like, I feel like most men get married. If we was to get married, you probably go to the courthouse.
There's a poll that
you probably go to the courthouse, just sign the contract and
then leave it there.
There's a poll
I
more people get married because of actually the wedding day itself, as opposed to like marriage.
Yeah,
man, I put money into the wedding day and the honeymoon and all that.
On honeymoon and that, like.
I don't mind doing a honeymoon thing when you go away somewhere nice, but the wedding thing, that's.
I think it's important then, like, to have someone on the same wavelength as you when it comes to the whole marriage thing.
Yeah, because it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're both on different wavelengths, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen, bro. Because I feel like the narrative, like you've just discussed, that's pushed on marriage nowadays, bro. No one even wants to do that, bro, because everybody's just shook of getting shagged, innit? Left, right, and centre.
Like, it's mad because you can go in there with the right intentions. And the other person might
end up losing out.
Yeah, end up being the one to lose out, innit? So it's like, I don't know, bruv.
End of the day, it's trust, innit?
Depends on how much
changes,
you know your girl, innit?
It changes up and down, innit? And I feel like before you get married, I feel like the reason some divorces happen, some people rush into the marriage thing too quickly as well. I feel like you need to take time out, live with the person, see if you can tolerate, bear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then get married.
I think when you live with someone, you really know them.
You know, innit? Because if, let's say if you get married, Like if you meet someone,
Yeah, that's one thing I'm
and you don't
against,
even
like,
live
not
together.
getting married before you even live
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Like, I'm against that. I can't
Do you
lie.
get what I'm trying to say?
I
'Cause
know it's
now-
quite frequent in religious households and that, but
Because
for
imagine
me,
you get
I
married,
don't know about
Kens,
that one.
and then you're a year down, you're thinking, fam, this guy's a idiot, bro. You get what I'm just saying? You're sitting there.
Nah, but you should know. You should know about that point. Innit?
Nah,
Like,
but you know, you learn more about people when you live with them.
Yeah,
You learn.
They're
Yeah.
comfortable now.
You get what I'm trying to say? Because if you're living away from home, more time you're, you know what I mean, at your house, she's at her house, blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
yeah.
But now you live together, you gotta wake up.
Every
That's
single
the first
day.
person you see every
Last
morning.
person you see when you
The
go
last
to sleep as
person,
well.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be able to see like whatever she does that annoys you, if you can tolerate it or not, bruv. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's mad.
42% of marriages end in divorce.
Yeah, that's a lot of divorce still. I can't lie.
That's
A
a
lot.
lot.
The
I
most
don't know if
common
I
age
could-
is 45 to 49.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it still. I can't lie to you, lot. I don't know. Like I would. I don't know.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
On what basis? For what point? What, like, why? Because for the lady more time, or
It's not for me.
so?
Yeah,
So,
it will never be
so
for
you'd
me.
like to make your wife happy?
I don't
kind of
care, innit? Like
So
I
you like
don't
to make
care
your
for
wife happy?
marriage. Yeah.
thing? Oh, yeah.
But
I'm guessing you want your kids
But that's
to have
also
like a mum-
detrimental though, because obviously if you're doing it for her, it's gonna get to a point where you can't do it no more. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But
Like,
one-
if you
okay.
can't, I'm trying to say, if you're not doing it for you as well, you know, like Ken's when you do.
Yeah, but you're
something,
smart enough to know that like you're not gonna jump into something full well knowing
Nah, I
that it's
wouldn't.
gonna be too much for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Exactly.
I wouldn't. But
Plus, what would you not do for the kids, like as well? So their mum and dad's married or whatever. Is that a thing?
I don't know,
You
bro.
don't care like that too
Did
tough.
you ever care if your parents were married? If you look at it,
I didn't
look
do
at
it.
it. Did
I
you
didn't-
ever think
but-
about it?
but-
Yeah,
nah, I
you
didn't.
did-
I just knew
yeah.
they were married, innit?
Yeah.
But I knew they were married. That's the thing.
But if they weren't, would you care?
It
They
probably
weren't.
It probably would make a difference.
If they were together, if
It
they're
probably make a
still,
difference.
it wouldn't make a
Nah,
difference,
it
innit?
wouldn't
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
I don't know.
It depends on how you. Again, it depends on how much weight marriage holds in like in your like how much you value it, innit?
yeah.
Like for me, someone who is like, I wouldn't say I'm religious in it because it's like there's a whole level of politics and
Yeah.
that, but with that, in terms of building a union, in terms of without going into too much detail, I think I would like to, innit?
Same.
I like the setup
order
of
to build
marriage.
it, yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I
Yeah.
like the
I just think
the
too much.
concept.
Yes.
But
You know when people jump
know what I
into
mean?
relationships and like stuff like that nowadays, it's like it's you against them, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're doing whatever they want to do in life. You're doing whatever you want to do in life.
yeah.
And sometimes people see it as a competition, innit? Like
Yeah.
the you toxic males out here that like toxic masculinity and stuff
Not
like
me,
that.
bro. I'm a
Do you know what I'm
good
saying?
dude, bro.
But like, I feel like marriage actually brings you together, and you actually realize, all right, if she loses, I lose. If I win, she wins. Do you
And
know
that's
what I
how it
mean?
should be.
What? Yeah, exactly. And if we both can build something great, guess what? Our kids, which is the biggest commitment on the planet,
Because that's who leads. Yeah, leads you in
correct,
it.
are gonna have a good life, and
course.
they're gonna have the foundations to prosper, innit?
I feel like my fear is having too much like bare baby mums in it. That's why I say I like the marriage. You know, like the certain man that's just out there.
But my thing
Like,
is,
that's too much stress.
But what are
I'd
you
rather
talking
just deal
about,
with one woman in it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? For the rest of my life, instead of having to deal with different women. That's why I say like I don't know about this marriage stuff where you get formally married, but I'd like the
idea of it.
not the idea, but like
Brother, but I
living
don't
with a girl, but we're not married. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like we know what we are.
But
We're
why does it stop
together.
you from having baby mums?
But baby mums are stressed.
But why does it stop you from having them? That's what I'm trying to say.
What?
Why does that stop you from having baby mums? Because you can still be out here.
Nah, it would. Because if we know what we are, obviously we're still in a relationship.
I'm saying you can still be out here. Like you could be cheating, for example. That's how much baby mums come around. No.
Nah, certain man just have too much baby mums, but just because they don't want to get married, then it like they don't want that. They don't want to be with someone. Like I would want to be with someone for a long period of time, if that makes sense. But I don't like the whole marriage thing because if it was to end now,
What's your so your
So
basis?
you're
is the
thinking
financial
about-
basis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's basing it all on financial.
Come on, man.
stuff,
But
innit?
what if she's got her own bread coming into the relationship?
she got her own.
Her own bread.
Oh no, that's cool. Yeah, we get married, bro. Yeah,
That's something else,
yeah,
man.
you got your own thing. I got my own.
That's
thing.
what I was saying. We can't look at these like basketballers that are getting with girls
Situation's
who are,
different,
like,
innit?
not doing anything for themselves. Their situation is completely different to ours, isn't it?
it's-
If you're with a girl that you've been with since you were like 18, yeah, and now you're 28, that's 10 years, and you want to get married, you've two grown, gone through whatever,
Why not?
innit? Why not?
But you know what's mad?
But if you're a rich guy and you just go to a club and pick up one girl and then you want to get married a year later, you're a wallet.
But you know how many people I thought were married or not actually married, but like they've got that unity. I want like that, you know, like that unity with whoever I'm
It's
with.
not a Will Smith thing.
Nah, not a Will Smith. thing, but you know how many people I've met like who I thought they were married, even like yardies. Normally I've seen bare yardies, like they've been together for 30, 40
They're
years
actually married.
and they're not married. You're thinking, right, like, but they move like they're married. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like that's what I would like, something like that, without having to formally get married.
That's fair, man.
But I know I'm never gonna find a girl that's on that, bro.
You never know. You never know.
You're
Most
never
girls-
gonna
most
find a girl
girls-
that's on.
Nah,
married.
no, not like just having that.
You're surprised, bro.
Nah, most girls want this fairy tale wedding, bro.
It's because
Majority of girls go on their YouTube, bro. Yeah, you see, like they'll have like little videos.
Couples, YouTube
couples. You
and,
know, not even
deep.
YouTube. You know, like the marriage, the people that get married have these lavish weddings and record their own YouTube.
Yeah.
Most girls will be searching for that, trying to get ideas for their.
But
own
social
wedding.
media's killing us, man.
You know what I mean?
Killing us,
That's
man.
a
Expectations
whole-
are finished.
All I know is the majority of men, yeah, like they don't even care what their wedding is like, innit? Like you never research that.
Nah, I slightly do. I can't lie.
Do you?
Yeah, because I went to my brother's when it was wavy, and I was picturing it like when I get married and all my friends are there, it's gonna be wavy, innit? Like, so I do kind of like.
I'm not inviting my friends to my wedding if I ever get married.
Why not?
I
I'm
do
like, remember that time back in.
You get what I was trying to say? You man, be trying to remind me of all the fuckery, bro.
You know, I think that's gonna be a big moment. Like you're there, you and your wife, who's like you're gonna be your best friend, and like she's one of the most important person in your life, and then you've got all your boys that you've grown up with, and you're having one big live party or whatever, however you want to do it. You look forward to that. I think that'd be wavy.
You real, man. What, you invite us?
I think that'd be
I'm
wavy.
there, man. You ain't gonna invite me. I'll pull up anyway.
Yeah,
Nah, you man are carbon. It's the
We'll pull
other
up.
ones, bro. There's other men that.
like Drew, bro.
Oh, Drew, you see Drew, yeah?
I object to that. At the back with a desperado in his hand. For no reason. And like, why? Because he's just. I was about to say it.
Drew, come and tell you what, you're gonna marry this dirty.
Yo,
Anyway.
yo. Nah, you finished it.
But yeah, marriage is it's interesting.
I don't know. I
man.
just feel like
Interesting.
The idea
I like to
of
chat to
marriage-
Chris about it actually.
Yeah.
'Cause he seems happy, bro, man. Like I like the way he's just cool, calm.
Yeah.
Man just looks peaceful, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
His wife's not stressing him.
Correct, because she's his wife.
He got
She's his wife.
No.
A lot of girls are stressed, man, because they're not their wife.
He
They-
found,
I don't know, though, man.
He found the right one. You get what I'm trying to say, which is very hard to find in this economy.
Nah, don't be put off, man,
You get
by
what
what
I'm
you're,
trying to say?
you're
Have a
experiencing,
nibble,
man.
have a bite. You get me?
No, but you know, there's no such thing as a fairy tale relationship, innit?
Yeah.
There's gonna be arguments. There's gonna be stress. There's gonna be that. There's
Yes.
always that, innit? To say that he's not being stressed, like, how do you know that? You don't know.
Nah, I know,
But do you know what is Chris and your sister seem like two level-headed
Yeah,
people that are both
yeah.
on the same wavelength. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's probably the most important thing. If you got two people that are on the same wavelength,
Yeah.
like the religion thing, they're on the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
wavelength,
yeah.
the family.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's important, bro.
Definitely.
That's important.
The
And
one-
I think is he the youngest? Is he the youngest person I know that's married? Yeah, he might be.
Is it?
He might be. I think.
Yeah.
How old is he?
30 now.
30. Yeah. So I think he might
Oh,
be.
he got
the
married
youngest.
I don't know.
a couple years ago.
Yeah, he got married a couple
27,
of
28
years
or
ago.
27.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't remember.
Yeah.
27, 28.
No, I don't know anyone else. Anyone our
Yeah, I
age.
don't think
no one
so
our
either.
age is married.
I know someone
Nah,
that's
someone is
getting married.
Who is that married? Who's
Yeah.
married?
Who
Oh,
our
no,
age
yeah.
is
You
married?
think Ethan?
Yeah,
He's getting married soon.
Who's Ethan?
he's due, bro.
Ah, boy.
Yeah, he's a couple man due. Couple weddings due, boy.
From our school, innit? Not black, brother. That one.
You'll know him if you see
He's
him,
not
bro.
Asian, bro. This guy.
No,
bro.
but he looks
Trinidad.
He's from Trin.
coolie,
Yeah,
coolie
Trinidad.
looking, brother.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
What, is he kind of short?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
taller
think
than
I-
you. About to your height.
But I'm 6 foot.
5'8".
Say Kenzie's height, bro.
Yeah. 6 foot, 5'11", bro.
But yeah,
It's long
nah.
way of 5'11".
There's a
man.
few people get married young, which is, well, why not, man? Do your thing.
If yeah, like I think it's all about the partnership that you build with the other person, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing. If you both don't want to get married, don't get married. Standard. If you both want to get married, get married.
Get married.
Whatever works for you two. Go from there,
Yeah,
bro.
I think there's a
There's
preference.
another one that was actually quite funny. I think you put in a group chat a girl talking about contract extensions. Like there should be.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
that was
actually.
quite funny.
So
Actually.
basically, one girl was saying something
Let me try and
about
find it.
she basically was saying that like marriage should be like reviewed every certain amount of time, every 2 years I think it was. So after every 2 years, you should review your marriage. Like, are you not both happy?
If you
What-
marry a Zim girl, definitely that's needed, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
telling you.
Yeah, so she's basically saying like what needs to be changed. What you don't like each other. Like if not, then break the contract and get a new marriage and that kind of thing. Like a contractual, like a football.
I like that. I like
a
that.
football thing, transfer market almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
You're trying to do 5
imagine you're
4
with
years.
imagine you're with your wife for a year and a half, and another nigga comes in with a better offer and sweeps her, bro. You get me?
Bro, that's the thing.
You know,
I don't know if that's crazy, but it's not a bad idea. Nah, I guess it is a bad
It's
idea.
not a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, bro.
But the suicide rates will go up, innit? They'll go up, brother. I can't lie, because
But you see some
it's
mad
not good, innit?
performances from
It's
someone
not
in the
good.
last year of that contract.
You
bro.
know,
rates will go up, man.
So man started pulling out.
Like I said,
all the
imagine
bags.
someone sweeps your girl, bro, after 2 years, bro. You thought
Pain.
you thought you got a couple goals. You thought you came third in the league. Someone else came second or first.
what, like a Chelsea
Yeah.
with United
Yeah.
situation.
You get me.
You lost
last
on goal
season,
difference
you
and now-
lost on goal difference, and now look, you're getting traded, bro.
Let's see how
Nah,
long we,
man.
got drafted.
Some of you lot could be like flipping Bournemouth, get relegated last day of the season,
Mhm.
and the next one, man,
it's
it's
long,
all just long, man.
It's long, bro.
The whole situation.
I don't know about that. It's,
Do you know, it'd be good to get a girl's perspective on marriage and how
100%.
they view it and that. I know, well, not
I
most, a lot of them want to get married, but
I feel like they care about more than men. Innit?
yeah.
definitely. For me, like I said, it's just a contractual point of view where it's almost like it's a legal thing, isn't it? It's legal, like especially in this country. If it was in this country, then I wouldn't really care like that. Because in another country, like in Gambia, you don't need that.
You think men should get something for engagements?
Yeah, a watch. At least a watch. I think a watch.
You ain't getting that for the majority.
I'm saying you should get
a nice
we should, but
like a nice watch, bruv.
They be expecting a lot, not providing nothing.
Don't rings, but I want a watch. I don't mind that. I'll trade that.
Keep the rings, but I want a Hublot, bruv.
Big thing.
Grab me a whip, fam.
The right girl will do it for you, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
100%.
That's what you preach to these brothers.
100%.
You want to do that for
Don't get disheartened.
You want to do that? Look at this guy.
What did he say?
You might do it for the right girl too.
Me?
Yeah.
He would. Tashi, do you know what it is? He pushed this mad narrative, but I know you'll be the
Soft.
one to crumble, bro.
Give
the girl a world. Give the girl the world.
Nah, you man know me, man. I'm not.
Bro, we think you
There's
think
nothing
you know
wrong
you're
with
in
it, bruv.
I know, but we're embarrassed, bruv. No, man.
So own it, bruv.
I'm not a simp. You get me?
What's a simp? Explain
Future
that
to the world.
Yeah, what was a simp? Actually, I don't even know what that means. What is it?
Simp, innit?
What does that mean?
What does that mean, bro?
Man, to just spend money on gal, bro.
Is that what a simp
Like,
is?
not even your gal, just any gal, bro.
Is it necessary? It has to be
Like-
spending money, does it?
Yeah, like
Money.
just
I
do
know
the
bare-
most.
I'll do the
I
most.
know
Yeah.
bare stories that man have taken girls out on a date, spent bare money.
They're not even your girl,
never
bruv.
seen, never seen the girl again.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like you're just a simp because you're
Shard
like,
first date, so she can Snapchat and never speak to you.
that's real pain. That is
Nah, never me, bruv. That could never.
I don't understand that. Them people that obviously everyone's got their own game in it, but see the people that go to like that approach girls with the fact that they're saying, "Oh, I've got the money," the materialistic ways anyway.
It works,
Like,
bruv. That's why.
do you get what I'm saying? Like, oh,
It works.
they were talking about their car on a regular basis. Like, oh man, this
Yeah.
car, I got this car, next week, this car this week. Like, did you think girls like that on a
Some
general
girls
basis?
do, bruv. Unfortunately, well, not.
But my thing
unfortunately,
is-
if that's what you like, that's what you like.
have
innit?
money in
Standard.
this life, or have money, or you go suffer.
So wait, so what? Do you talk to girls in that? Well, you got money or whatever?
Do I have money? That's the question. I can't, bro. I just have to come as me, innit?
You gotta like me for me, them ones.
Hey, babes, listen, I ain't got much, but I'm me, innit? Yeah.
I feel it works for them. That's why, bro. It's easy, bro.
Now, Mover said it in one bar. What did he say? He said something about I can't remember what he said, bro. Nah, I have to think of the bar, man. But is the bar basically saying that we ain't got no game? We don't have to have a game. We got money or something. He said it,
Yeah.
But he said it in different lines, innit? We don't. But I feel like if you want a game, we can, innit? But he said we don't have to because it's that easy nowadays, which is crazy. You need deeper, bro.
But there's nothing ever lasts long term with that. innit?
Definitely,
Nah.
I don't think that's no. I
If
don't
you
think
go
that's
with
a
that,
serious
you
thing.
know, bruv. From the get go, innit?
They always end up stressed. I can name off the top of my head. It's been with someone because they got peed and are stressed.
But yeah, man. I guess that's kind of we have to cover.
Do you know what's mad though? Like, if you see girls, if
Yeah.
they was ever with a dude, that
Mhm.
was like, let's say he's young, he's grafting, hasn't got money at the time,
Yeah.
do you know if they stick with him, and then when he busts, he'll treat you better than any other guy
Definitely,
on the planet. You know that?
Definitely.
He'll treat you better than man. He'll roll out the red carpet for you, innit? If you stick by him when he's grafting, obviously there are some men that will take the piss, innit?
Of course.
But obviously you just got to be aware of who you're doing it for. But if you stick with a guy that's grafting, you support him, and then when he gets to where he gets to, bro, he'll roll out that red carpet wherever you go, boy.
I think it's harder to date as a man nowadays. Like I said, money again involved in it.
Yeah.
You see, for example, like a broke don would never get like a girl that's doing. She might not even doing it right. She might be broke too, but a broke don might never get a broke girl on it, if that makes sense. Or if the girl doing like quite well for herself,
Yeah, she'd never look
she
twice
never
at
looked
her,
up.
bro,
Yeah, do you
dude.
get it? But then other way around, it like
But I hear that. I feel like, but most men will be insecure in that situation as well.
In what
You know what I'm
sense?
trying to say? If the girl's got money and they ain't got money, like it's just that situation will never work. But
Oh,
No, how about what?
he's saying the girl won't even look at a guy.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
ain't got money.
broke a don.
true.
But okay, in a situation,
Let's say even if they did, let's say if a girl looks at a guy, let's say Kenzie's like, you're dirt broke,
Mm.
and then a girl,
she's making 60 bags
she's
a year.
making 60 bags a year, she looks your way. Like I feel like as a man, you find a way to sabotage that relationship just because of your insecurity.
So what? Do you reckon your pride will be affected by that?
Yeah, my pride definitely.
we had a
fucked up.
conversation about this before, innit? Like,
Yeah.
say if you got married to a lady, whatever, or you're serious relationship, and you're making 40 bags and she's making like 90 bags a year.
Oh no, that's calm. I'll be calm. At least I'm making something, bro.
Okay, how about
you see
25
when
and
you're not-
she's making 90? What's the issue?
See, I won't have the issue, but I feel like with the women I know, innit, they'll take the piss, fam.
I feel like that's what.
They'll remind you, like, yo,
Oh
little boy,
my
you're a little
days.
man in this thing. You get
Yo,
me?
yeah.
They'll remind you every day. They'll find a way
Even
to
little
remind you every
jokes.
day, like, yo.
Even little jokes,
You know
like
the
here
ones
and
that-
there, little digs.
You know, like when you're going on dates, you be like, oh, can you afford that?
Ah.
You know,
That big of a gap is a madness.
She's like, baby, don't worry, I got this.
I got this because I don't know if
Slap your ass when she comes home and that.
Yeah.
What's on the table for dinner? What's for dinner?
babe? Slap your mum. That's
No, that kind of gap is a madness.
You get
But
me?
I wouldn't mind.
Like
I
40
wouldn't
to
care
60
if
I can take.
Yeah, I wouldn't care if a guy had more money than me.
like more
'Cause
time.
it depends on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like most men are insecure in it. like in that, because it's a case of where they'll know. Like,
have you ever been in a situation where a girl talks down to you, like in that kind of situation?
I've got my pride would never.
No, just not even about money. Just talks down to you in general. Like, you're a little kid or like something like that.
So maybe an older
I've never had that
girl,
in my life.
but nah, not that I can remember off the top of my head. Nah,
Nah, I don't think
I
I've
never
had
had
that.
it. My pride would never let that happen to me. I don't know why. I just couldn't have it, bro.
Pride set up different.
Yeah, like I just couldn't have it, bro. Like I feel like even if I had the pengest thing, and she was moving nuts, I would just cut, fam. Like that's how my pride is set up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course. You got you, man. You're a mental health, innit? And
like,
when you get in too deep and then the piss get taken out of you further down.
bro, I'm a man at the end of the day, innit? Like, come on, man. You know,
Pride plays a big part in our thing, bro.
25 to 90k, fam. Yeah, nah, I don't know if I could do that.
That's how. Yeah. That's
What, 40 to 90? You could do 40 to 90.
40 to 90, I don't know. That's still a big gap.
So what's the issue though? That's what I'm saying. You're married to this girl. What's the issue now?
If I'm married,
Okay, fiance. Okay, wait. Fiance.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like you said, with the girls I know, yeah, it just be an idiot thing. They'll take you for an idiot, bro.
But do you feel like even if she's not directly taking you for idiot, she might say something that might trigger you?
Yeah, but I feel like as men, we might not like to admit it, but we've got certain insecurities.
Let's say you have an argument and she's like, you never pull your weight around this house. You get me?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
she
it.
might say something like that.
You see, that's the shit that'll play in your head for like 5 days, innit?
So what
You be cool in it.
So what do you
Then
mean
one
you
day
don't
she
put
says, "I be like, remember you said it. I didn't put my weight right." You know what I mean?
What
Like,
do you mean I'm not putting
you know what I
weight?
mean? Like, it will just play. Like, it will play on your mind, innit? So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I can.
You're a stay-at-home mum, bruv.
You know what I mean? Like, she was just
Stay-at-home dad.
disrespectful, man.
That's crazy, man. Nah, but you know, everyone's different, innit? And I feel like if you were together anyway, then it shouldn't be that much.
Like, if we was together and then she started making, like, let's say we got together and the pay gap is not too much,
But I
and
feel
then
like
she got a
society-
mad promotion,
Yeah.
then yeah, like, I think I can.
But I feel like society plays a part in why men feel a certain way. Because, like you said, men are providers. You already said it to yourself, innit?
Yeah.
Men are providers, innit?
And then if you don't, like, I feel like as men, if we feel like we're pressured to be the provider, but then we've also, I feel like we also take on that role to be the provider as well without even being pressured in it. So now if you feel like
Yeah, because you might go out with a date with a
Yeah.
girl or something and you just end up paying.
you end up paying,
You're not even going to say it.
Yeah.
You just feel like you have to. Do you get it? Because you feel like it's a man thing to do. But
but I don't think if I take it in a day, I'm going to pay. It's not an expectation, laugh. You know what I mean? If I pay if I want to. Don't tell me to pay. You know what I mean?
Long story short, what that means is he's paying.
definitely paying, innit?
Oh,
This is carrying a bit too much there,
Huh?
So you can carry a bit too much.
He's aiming at someone, bro.
Chelsea, he's
He's
that.
aiming at someone.
You know who you
Someone
are.
stung him for some change, bro.
I'm playing that.
Someone stung him for some
Nah,
change.
not yet. Not yet. It hasn't happened to me yet. Fam.
Not yet.
I don't even. I
I
don't
say,
know.
what you say? Yeah, for, bro. You don't get
Bro, you never know what can happen in this life. I'm done saying this will never happen to me. Because, bro, I ain't
That's the biggest lie
That's the
bro.
biggest
Don't
lie.
ever
bro.
think it can't happen to you.
Yeah, it can
Bro,
happen to
The
anyone,
minute
bro.
you don't think it happen to
It'll
you, it happens to you, bro.
quickly
That's
as
the
well.
biggest
And it
punch
will hurt
in
the
the
most.
chest,
It will
bro.
hurt so much.
Facts, man.
You know what I mean?
Facts,
Have you seen grown man cry over a girl? That's the saddest sight, man. That's
I have, but I ain't gonna do that to you, my bro. You know? I have.
Hey, you should. It's bad.
I have. It's sad though.
But yeah, man.
It's sad.
That kind of run out today, man. Today's like based on relationships, I guess, and
Yeah,
society how
That's
bases men and women, marriage and all that stuff there. But yeah, man. The Corner Podcast.
FA Cup.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about that quick?
Nah, you man are happy, innit?
We won that.
I'll let you man smart
That's
today. I'll let you man have a good.
That's
good
easy,
day.
man.
Easy to.
Ken's even walked up to the car in a different step today. You should have seen him. He was a new man today.
I'm feeling good, man. My Arsenal community, we're doing all right, man. We're feeling good. It's all good vibes over here, man.
Yeah, man, it's a good win.
They finished
great
8th, but I got
vibes.
that
The
FA Cup,
morale.
though.
Yeah,
the
if you say
morale.
that, but you whacked up all the top teams.
Exactly.
So what now?
Who didn't?
What do you mean? Who didn't?
You didn't.
You lot didn't beat us.
Didn't.
All right.
Well, you man are a top team.
Shut up. Oh, we are top.
We beat all the top
This
7
is
teams
Weird. Do you know what it is?
except for Liverpool.
We got the biggest fan base in the UK, bruv.
You reckon?
But I think we got the best fan base in the UK.
You got the
yeah,
the
we got
biggest black fan base, maybe.
I think we got the best fan base in the UK. I think so. Just look at Twitter. You look at Twitter yesterday. You would have thought we won the Champions League and the Premier League like last 2 seasons, bro. We just won the FA Cup. We celebrated more than Liverpool.
Thank God I stayed off Twitter, boy.
We just celebrated
see
more
none
than
of that.
Liverpool, bro.
I got one Arsenal man talking about, well, you're not gonna congratulate me.
Nah, the team's doing well, man.
Yeah.
And like Mikel Arteta's, bro.
The morale seems good, man. The team morale, the fans, with the players. Shaka's back in the fold. The fans love him now,
Xhaka
man.
playing well though.
Sabelos is playing well. Hopefully he gets an extension.
Nah, he ain't staying on you, man, bro. You got better things to do.
Ah, but it's
go
what
where?
isn't it?
Real
You
Madrid
get me?
back. He go.
He ain't got
He ain't
back.
getting
Yeah,
to
he
that
ain't,
team.
he ain't gonna play, but
That's what I'm saying. So why
That's
did you?
Real Madrid Galacticos, bro. They're going spending another 80 mil on another midfielder.
Pogba
bro.
might be next out, man.
I don't think they want him, man.
Yeah.
Stinking out United.
But yeah, that's it, man. Call the podcast.
Barber to barber midfielder.
Let's call it a day there, man. Catch you
Let's
lot.
wrap it up.
Catch you lot Next, you concerned.
But thanks.
Bow.
Go.